Sunnahfollowers, protectors of the Sunnah. Sunnahfollowers, protectors of the Sunnah. Alhamdulillah, wassalat, wassalamallah, wa rasulullah. Welcome to the Tawheed class here at Sunnahfollowers. And for the Tawheed class, we are studying the names of Allah. And this is an in-depth study. And for those of you who are new to our class, I want you guys to understand that every Muslim thinks they know the names of Allah, but you really don't. When the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam spoke about the virtues of knowing the names of Allah, he didn't mean memorizing how to pronounce them, in Arabic or whatever language you speak. He meant understanding the meaning of those names in whatever language you speak and then applying them to yourselves. And as you guys can see, this is not an early thing. This is not an easy process to do. To break those names of Allah down into meaning and then to look around and see how he shows us that he is what he is. And then how to take what he is and incorporate it as an attribute for yourself. This is a very difficult process. And I don't know any other daya in the West that is teaching this class like me. I'm the only daya that I know of here in the West that teaches this class this way, and I really hope you guys are benefiting from it. And just for example, we've covered so many names. Let me do my screen share so everybody can see. Where is it at? I got it up. Well, I had it up here. Alhamdulillah, we've covered so many names of Allah. And let me make it so y'all can. We cover so many names. For example, we spoke about how Allah is Ar-Rahman, how he is the one who shows mercy. How does Allah exercise his mercy with us? By providing for people who believe in him and people who don't believe. That shows how merciful Allah is. He's not obligated to do anything to anyone. And if he was a cruel being, he would just simply destroy all those who disbelieve in him. But no, even though people refuse to obey him, even though people refuse to believe in him, he still shows his mercy by allowing the rain to fall, by allowing the sun to shine every day. And even though we disobey him, he still forgives us over and over again. And each day he allows us another chance to earn his love. So how can we incorporate that into ourselves? Well, by helping those in need, irregardless as to their religious beliefs, their race, their culture, or their color. And this is something that we need to be reminded of as Muslims. Because so many of us, we have allegiance to others based on race and culture, when it should be based on religion. And also we need to stop holding grudges against others. We're so quick to someone makes us angry. So what do? We off that person. We disown that person. We hold a grudge. We have to stop holding grudges and learn to give others a second chance, just as Allah does. We learned that just from his name, Ar-Rahman. And then we spoke about how Allah is El Malik. El Malik, what does that mean? He's the king and owner of all the dominion. And he proves that to us every day by how he governs the seasons and the climates, how he supplies everything needed for us to survive. how he allows the night and day to alternate. So how can we incorporate being El Malik into ourselves? Well, by monitoring how we consume or make use of Allah's gifts to us here on earth. By changing our bad habits into good ones. By assuring that we take care of those that we are responsible for. And that we hold ourselves accountable for any actions that we commit. So again, that's an example as to how we can incorporate El Malik into ourselves. And then we spoke about his name, El Qudus. El Qudus. El Qudus, which means Allah is absolutely free from anything that is inferior or contaminating. And we talked about how Allah shows us this by not making mistakes in any of his judgments or decisions or rules or laws. How nothing can harm him, nothing can hurt him, and how he only accepts from that which is good and clean. And we talked about how we can incorporate this name into our lives by gathering witnesses that can vouch for what we say and do in life. And how we should always have our evidence handy, because we're not free from mistake. We're not free from that. So what we can do, though, is gather witnesses for us. Because Allah says that the world, the earth, will be a witness for or against us anyway. Okay, and also we talked about another one of Allah's names, how Allah is As-Salam, how Allah is the giver of peace. He's the one who brings about peace and harmony. He shows us this through his love, through his forgiveness, and through his tests and his trials. We talked about how we can incorporate as-salam into ourselves by fighting against our own desires and trying to train them to be in harmony with Allah's laws and Allah's rules. And how when we make our own rules and our own guidelines, make sure that they are in sync with Allah's and they're not made due to personal emotions. So that's another example as to how we took Allah's name, As-Salam, and incorporated it into ourselves. And then we also discussed another name of Allah. Allah is El-Mu'min, 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 El-Mu'min. What does that mean? That means that he is the one who gives truth, existence, and reliability of himself. And he shows us this through the fact that a seed can be planted in the ground. And he's the one that makes that seed grow and develop into a tree. He's the one that brings about sickness and disease. And he's the one that also brings about remedies and cures. And we said that we can incorporate this into ourselves by developing our knowledge and understanding of Islam to the best of our ability. And by taking advantage of the resources that Allah has placed for us here on earth, while knowing that sometimes those resources may work and sometimes they may not. So we learn to accept his qadr, his decree. So that's an example as to how we talked about incorporating El-Mu'min into ourselves. And we also spoke about another name of Allah, how Allah is El-Muhaymin. El-Muhaymin, what does that mean? That means he is the one who guards. He is the one who protects and sees and supervises and manages. He shows us this every day by determining what the consequences are from the choices we make in life. He exposes those who do evil, and he reveals to us those who do good. He is the one that determines what will and will not happen in our lives. And we talked about how we can incorporate this into ourselves by holding ourselves accountable before and after we do a good deed. and think about the consequences of whatever the choices are that we make in life. So again, guys, these are examples as to the names and their meanings, the names that we've went over so far, and how we can take those names and incorporate them as attributes for ourselves. And by doing this, we learn to not only truly believe in Allah, but also we learn how to handle the trials of life. Because again, we were created to worship Allah. We were put here on this earth to be tested in our belief. And Allah tells us, just because we say we believe in him does not mean that we will not be tested. So we learn how to handle our tests and our trials with dignity by calling upon those attributes of his names to aid us. And so now, today, I'm going to put on the screen the name for today. And everybody look, the name for today is AlQaabid. Let me make it, oh, that's too small. AlQaabid. AlQaabid. I want you guys to read the Arabic, because again, if you don't pronounce the Fusha correctly, you'll change the whole meaning of the name or the word. This is not AlQaabid. That's a different word. This is Ka. The Ka is heavy, not light. AlQaabid. And that's a long vowel. AlQaabid. Qaabid, not Qaabid. Qaabid is a different name that has a different meaning. It's a different word that has a totally different meaning. So it's not Qaabid. It's not Qaabid. It's not Qaabid. It's Qaabid. Qaabid, not Qaabid, not Qaabid. Qaabid. And what does that mean in English? That means the withholder. So now what you want to do to truly understand the meaning of this name of Allah, I want you guys to go to dictionary.com and give me the meaning of the word withholder. What does it mean to withhold? You want to look up the meaning of the word withhold. Withhold is one word in English. What does it mean to withhold? Anyone?
To refrain, a person who refrains from granting.
And what does granting mean? Just to make it even simpler, you know that meaning offhand.
Giving something.
Yeah. One who does not give. That's the simple definition. A person who withholds is a person who does not give. So what does it mean to be the withholder? That means to be the one who does not give. That's Allah. That's one of his names. He gives to some, and to some he does not give. Some of us have children. Some of us don't. Some of us have a good, righteous husband. Most of us don't. Some of us have a good, righteous woman. Most of us don't. Some of us have, and some of us don't. So Allah is the one who does, the one who withholds, or the one who does not give or grant. Allah grants some wishes. Some wishes he does not grant. So now that we understand the meaning of the withholder, one who does not give or grant, how does Allah show us this? I basically gave some examples. How does Allah show us that he is AlQaabid? He is the withholder. How does Allah show us that he is, show us this rather? Let me just make it short so I have room.
By
Okay.
granting help to whom he pleases.
Good job, Sister Amina Fresno. Exactly. How does Allah show us that he is the one who does and can withhold? Say it again.
By granting help to whom he pleases.
By granting help to whom he pleases. He helps who he wants to help. Other people he do not. Good job, Amina Fresno. How is another way? Give me another way in which Allah shows us.
He grants,
Walaikum salam.
okay, he grants or he gives good help to some people.
Well, that's the same thing by granting help. Well, you said, what you say, help?
Help,
Okay, by giving,
good health.
let's just say giving good to
Okay.
whom he wills, whom he pleases. That way it'll cover a lot of good things.
Okay.
Okay, what's
Assalamu
another
alaikum.
way?
Assalamualaikum warahmatullah.
Walaikum salam wa rahmatullah.
He does by giving rain and withholding rain from different countries and giving other people droughts and other.
MashaAllah. Well, yeah. Well, we can do that too. Well, that's why I put that all in. I categorize this by giving good. Well, let me see how I can reword that.
Would children be in there too?
Yeah, we can do that too. By giving children to whom he pleases. Okay, give me another one. I'm gonna put the rain and stuff within the same with good.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
I was going to say he withholds his knowledge of the unseen. There's so many certain things he reveals to us about, what will happen in the future, but many of it he keeps it to himself.
By granting knowledge to whom he wills. Okay.
He didn't grant us the ability to see the jinns.
Okay. By giving powers to whom he wills. Good job. And y'all see how the list can go on and on. Allah is the one in control. He can either give help to whom he pleases. He can give good to whom he pleases. He can give children to whom he pleases, knowledge to whom he pleases, power to whom he pleases. A lot of people asked about the Antichrist. In our class today, the signs of the last hour, from the groups that are sharing me, one of the questions that they asked in the group is, why will Allah give the Antichrist the power he gives him? Well, because he's Allah, and Allah can do whatever he wants. Why did Allah give Shaitan respite? Why did Allah allow Shaitan to live until the day of judgment? Because Allah can give to whom he wants. None of us are immortal, we die. But Allah can give power and give abilities to whomever he wants. So, mashallah, those are all great examples you guys came up with as to how Allah is AlQaabid, not AlQaabid. That's a different word. AlQaabid. He is the withholder, the one who does not give or grant. Okay, so now this is the second part. How can we incorporate these examples as attributes for ourselves? And these are the examples you guys came up with, alhamdulillah, and they're great examples. You guys did a very good job. So now look at the examples that you guys have come up with here. How can we take these examples and incorporate them as attributes of ourselves? The fact that Allah gives help to whom he pleases. Allah gives good to whom he pleases. Allah gives children to whom he pleases, knowledge to whom he pleases, powers to whom he pleases. How can we incorporate AlQaabid, the being one who does not give or grant into ourselves?
I mean, I'm sorry. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
One of the things is acceptance. By accepting Allah's quote.
Okay, I want you to stop. The word is not acceptance. The word is do not give or grant. So your answers are going to be we do not have to give or grant. It's not about accepting anything.
Oh,
By
All
not
right, Layla.
giving or not granting. Your answer should be by not giving or by not granting. It should not be accepting anything.
okay.
So we're not talking about his name accepting. We're talking about withholding. Okay, wa alaikum salam.
Our parents can withhold our allowance if we do not do our chores.
Exactly. Look at how the children understand this, Sabrina, and everybody else. Allah can withhold help. Allah can withhold good. Allah can withhold children. Allah can withhold knowledge. Allah can withhold power. How can we incorporate, like this brother is saying, our parents, as parents, you can withhold rewarding your children when they do evil. You see how easy it is from the children. They ain't got nothing to do with acceptance. It has to do with holding, with withholding. Okay? As parents, we can withhold rewarding our children when they mess up or do bad. Good job, brother Colleen. Now, guys, look at those answers, and he began this for y'all. This should be easy. How can you take what you guys came up with and incorporate it as an attribute? How can you be a withholder?
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Wa alaikum salam.
Let me try this a second time. By not granting shaitan the power over us and learning to put our personal gene in check.
Good job. Allah is the one that withholds power. Well, also by withholding. Say it again. So I can rewrite. I'm sorry. Say it again.
Or by not giving shaitan, by not granting shaitan power over us and learning to put our personal gene in check.
Good job. By not granting shaitan power over us and putting our personal jinn in check. Great answer. Let's look on Facebook. Sister Sanaya. Okay, Sister Laylee, this is not about guiding. Guiding is a different name of Allah. We're not talking about how Allah is the guide. We're talking about how Allah is the withholder. To guide and to withhold do not mean the same things. Look in the dictionary and see the difference in that meaning. Okay. Sanaya said, we can withhold. Also, we can live, good job, our lives withholding our opinions and judgments. What? Finish it up, Sanaya. With what? How does that relate to the answers there? You only gave me 3 words. How does that relate to one of those examples y'all came up with? Live our lives withholding our opinions and judgments. Fill the rest in. It has to relate to one of these things y'all came up with. So Sanaya, I'm going to come back to you when you finish it off. Isra, hold your tongue against, how does that relate to the answer? Okay, people on Facebook, y'all have to relate withholding to one of these things. Granting help, withholding good, withholding children, withholding knowledge, withholding power. Related to what we came up with. Don't sit up here and make your own stuff up.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wait a minute. Norto, how does that relate to the question the answer is given? Laylee, you just playing in the, I don't know what you coming from, sister. Relate to the examples given here. Relate to the examples given here, Sanaya. Do y'all understand? Your answers have to relate to how Allah shows that he is the withholder of help. How Allah shows he is the withholder of good. How Allah shows he is the withholder of children. How Allah shows he is the withholder of knowledge. I'm going to underline the examples y'all came up with. Help. Good. Wait a minute, hold on. Children. Knowledge and power. If your answers, Israel and the rest of y'all, do not relate to these 5 things here, then you are wrong, wrong, wrong. Now, Zoom room, go ahead.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
By withholding knowledge from the disbelievers when they try to go back and forth with us.
Yeah, but what kind of knowledge? I don't want to make that too general. You're right, but break it, have your mom break that down. Because we're not supposed to hold knowledge of Allah, but what type of knowledge? Well, make it more. You're on the right path, but make it right.
Okay. By knowing that Allah withholds knowledge and understanding, that enables me to know that everybody is not going to understand the way I do.
There you go. Knowing that Allah withholds, good job, Amina. Thank God. Knowledge and understanding from whomever he wills. Finish the rest. What else was it you said?
That enables me to know everybody is not going to understand and know what I do.
To know that everyone is not going to know and understand me. Okay? And what I do. Okay, that's good. Anyone else?
By not giving power to others and letting what they say or do affect us. And
good job. Also, we will not give power to others by allowing them to do what? Finish the rest.
by allowing them their actions and what they say to affect our actions and emotions and appear weak in front of them.
To affect us in a negative way. Good job. Now y'all got it. The people on Zoom always get it. Let me see what they got on Facebook, because Lord, they was having all kind of problems making up their own stuff. Okay, Norto, lead with you just no. Sister Norto, is anything here talking about? Lord have mercy. Mariam, we didn't mention anything about backbiting here. Backbiting is not one of the examples that you guys came up with. Your answers have to relate to help, good, children, knowledge, and power. These are the key words. Those of y'all, you on Facebook, look at the screen. Help, good, children, knowledge, and powers. These are the key words y'all came up with. You did not mention nothing about backbiting. You did not mention nothing about charity. You did not mention nothing about Godzilla and Ultraman. So they have to be relating to this. Okay, Sarah said, also we can withhold helping the wrongdoers, but grant help to the believers. Thank you, Sarah. Okay. We can also withhold helping the wrongdoers, and this is very important, and instead give our help to those who do good, because a lot of Muslims today are helping the wrongdoers. You're helping the people who commit sin. You're helping the people who transgress the law by sharing their stuff on your Facebook pages, for example, by sharing their comments, their bad comments about the believers, by sharing their emotionalism, their emotions on your Facebook page. We need to stop helping the wrongdoers and instead help those who do good. Share Layla Nashiba's lectures. Put my videos on your Facebook pages. Instead of all those videos teaching hate and teaching you to go out and kill people, start sharing Layla's lectures on how to understand the meaning of Allah's names. Good job, Sarah. Finally, somebody on Facebook. Let's see who else got it. Norto, forget about children. Just forget about children. Laylee, forget about children. All y'all forget about children, because children has already been addressed anyway. The children have already addressed it, children. So you guys are having a hard time with kids, so go to one of the other ones.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wait a minute, hold on for 1 second. Pamela, how does anger relate to any of these answers? You cannot make up your own stuff. You have to relate, and you see, this is not easy. This is hard. You have to relate AlQaabid to the answers, the examples given on the screen. Not make up your own stuff, Pamela. Facebook, no more children. Okay, go ahead, Zoom.
Yes, I was gonna put my I was gonna say that just as Allah withholds life on one person's versus the other, like how children die and
okay, forget it. We didn't mention life. We have not mentioned life as an example at all. Understood. So none of your answers should have anything to do with life or death. It has to be either help, good, knowledge, powers, and I'm telling y'all, forget about the kids, because that's been covered and y'all going on another level with children. Okay.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Because Allah gives the knowledge to whom He wills, we can withhold ourselves from becoming angry and frustrated when we are struggling to learn, and we can try to have the patience and reliance upon Allah to guide us.
Good job. See how he worded that? Because the law gives knowledge to whomever He wills. We can take, we will take the knowledge given and apply it to ourselves and not transgress the limits against ourselves and others. See how that's how you can deal with anger and all those emotions. Allah tells us how to handle ourselves. He gives us the knowledge as to how to handle ourselves in all its situations. So we apply it and to ourselves, and with him, he even worded better because he mentioned anger and withhold. There you go. Bad emotions. I'm trying to generalize it too. And withhold bad emotions or reactions. Bad reactions. I want to summarize all that. Two situations.
Can I have one more go at it?
Okay, go ahead. Yeah,
and
sure.
try again, if that's okay.
Sure.
Is wealth a part of giving and withholding from Allah?
It depends on how you use it in your answer. Go ahead.
Allah Allah blesses others with wealth versus others who are poor. So he gives us that access for some of us to help our Muslim brothers and sisters as a way to use our blessings to help
We can help
others, I
other
guess.
Muslims with the blessings that Allah has given us while withholding those blessings from the wrongdoers. Again, this is all about withholding, which we already gave that answer. I'm looking at it. Let's read what we got so far. As parents, we can withhold rewarding our children when they do bad. Let me see. My granddaughter's back there loud. When they do bad. Also, not grant shaitan power. Let me clean that up. Not grant shaitan power over us and put our personal jinn and keep our personal jinn in check. Knowing that Allah withholds knowledge and understanding from whomever he wills or whomever he wishes, this enables us, let me write wishes, I'm trying to clean up the English. This enables us to know that everyone is not going to understand. Let me clean that up. Not that everyone is not going to accept us as we are. Also, we will not give power to others by allowing their actions. Also, we will withhold. I want to use the word withhold. We will withhold giving power to others and not allow their actions and sayings to affect us in a negative way. Good job. We will also withhold helping this. See, that was already given. We will also withhold helping the wrongdoers and instead give our help to those who do good. Good job. Also, because Allah gives knowledge to whomever he wills, we will take the knowledge given and apply it to ourselves and withhold displaying negative or bad reactions to situations. Okay, that's what y'all came up with so far. That sounds good. Let's see what they put. Okay, Sister Aisha, you're talking about Allah. You said Allah can grant help. We're not talking about how Allah grants help. We're talking about how you can grant help. So your answer is not acceptable here. Let's see. Sarah said, I can withhold giving the power of authority. She's saying her English is bad. I can withhold giving the power of authority to those whom ask for it, but instead grant that power to those who do not ask. Okay, good job, Sarah. I can withhold giving the power of authority to those who seek it for the wrong reasons, and in turn, give it to those who qualify and do not beg for it. Good job, Sarah. Good job, Sarah. Anyone else from the Zoom room? I like these answers now. Anyone else from the Zoom room? Any more to add to this one?
I do, but I'm thinking, hold on. I was about to say, Allah is the one who's giving good to who he please. So we should try our best to give it back and not giving the bad
This
thing.
is withhold, not give,
okay.
you know, the one who does not give, the one who withholds. We're not talking about the giver. That's a different name. We're not talking about giving. We're talking about withholding. Withholding is the opposite of giving. What are you gonna withhold? We're gonna withhold rewarding our children when they do bad. We're going to also withhold granting Shaitan power over us. We're gonna also withhold. Wait a minute, let me clean that one up. Amina's up. Also, we will withhold giving Shaitan power over us. We will withhold from seeking approval of others. We will withhold from seeking the approval and acceptance of others over Allah. That's, I mean, the Fresnos. We will withhold giving powers to others. We will withhold helping the wrongdoers. We will withhold displaying negative or bad reactions. We will withhold giving the power of authority to those who seek it. You guys see? You see, AWA? It's all about withholding. It's not about giving. Allah's name is AlQaabid, which means to withhold. This is not to give. So the answers have to relate to withholding something. And mashallah, you guys came up with some good stuff here. Very good stuff.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
Can we say we can withhold giving money to those who we know
we already
will
said
not
help.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't want to keep going. We said help, granting help. We will stop. We will not give help to the wrongdoers. Wrongdoers covers liars, cheaters, robbers, murderers, everything. Anything different? Anybody got anything different? Withhold rewarding children. Yeah, go ahead.
About we can withhold from giving certain information about our personal lives out.
That's a good one. That falls under knowledge. We will withhold conveying too much information about ourselves to others who are not in need of it. That's what he's talking about when a sister asked me about posting up pictures of herself as a baby. What does it have to do with anything? Is it anybody's business how you look when you was a baby? Why would you even want people to know how you look? It's Brother Shaheed here.
What? Assalamu alaikum.
Well, oh, there he is. Wa alaikum salam. Yeah, I wanted to hear what your take. Yeah, go ahead.
If I hope I'm not mistaken, but to withhold our attentions to the wrongdoers, like not give them that satisfaction.
Also, yeah, that's good. I'm trying to see if we got it in here anywhere though to make that's good. Also, we will withhold giving attention to the wrongdoers in issues that are not of relevance. How about that? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yes.
Yeah, that's perfect. See?
Alhamdulillah.
Y'all got it. Withhold.
Assalamualaikum.
Walaikum salam, sweetheart. You look like a beautiful little rainbow today in your rainbow dress. Alhamdulillah.
Thank you.
She's so adorable. Look like her daddy today. Anybody else? Let me see who's in the Zoom room who has an answer. Where's Anissa? Ricks. Fatima Ricks, we haven't heard from you today.
Withhold your money.
We already talked about help. You ain't paying attention. She's driving in the car. Sister Tony, have you come up with any answers? And Mariam, I see you on Facebook. Okay, I'm looking at your answer. Let me look at Mariam's answer. By withholding knowledge from people who are not ready to receive them. Yeah, but that's a good example, but we already covered that. Good job, Mariam. We already put that in here. Good job. She said withholding knowledge from people who are not ready to receive it. Yeah, we got that one in here. Okay, mashallah, I think y'all have come up with enough. I mean, the answers y'all gave, I am very impressed. I am extremely impressed with you guys today. Let's read what y'all came up with. Okay, Allah, he is AlQaabid, not AlQaabid. That's a different name, a different word, a different meaning. He is AlQaabid. He is the withholder. He is the one who does not give or grant. He shows us that he is this every day by granting help to whomever he pleases, or good to whomever he pleases, or children to whoever he pleases, or knowledge to whomever he pleases, or powers to whomever he pleases. So how can we take those 5 examples and incorporate them as attributes for ourselves? Well, as parents, we can withhold rewarding our children when they do bad. We will also withhold giving Shaitan power over us and keep our personal jinn in check. We will withhold from seeking the approval and acceptance of others over Allah. We will also withhold giving power to others and not allow their actions and sayings to affect us in a negative way. We will also withhold helping the wrongdoers and instead give our help to those who do good. Because Allah gives knowledge to whoever he wills, we will take the knowledge given and apply it to ourselves and withhold displaying negative or bad reactions to situations. We can withhold giving the power of authority to those who seek it for the wrong reasons, and in turn give it to those who qualify and do not beg for it. Also, we will withhold conveying too much information about ourselves to others who are not in need of it. We will also withhold giving attention to the wrongdoers in issues that are not of relevance. Subhanallah, guys. Do y'all see how good y'all did on this? MashaAllah, I think this is one of the best ones y'all done. It seems to me like you guys are getting better and better at this. It should get harder, but it's getting easier for you guys. Alhamdulillah, that's AlQaabid. If we can incorporate these attributes into our daily lives, guys, we'd be powerful, great believers, powerful, good Muslims. We'll be able to handle ourselves. We wouldn't give power over kafir. When we're walking down the street or we're walking to the grocery store like I was today, I'm inside the little Hicktown grocery store in my little BB cart, trying to get some stuff to get to class, and the people rolling their eyes and pushing me out the way. You know, I controlled myself. I was AlQaabid. I didn't let the people, I didn't give power to the people, to the kafirs over me. I didn't allow them to take me down that dark road. You know, we know how to handle ourselves when the kafirs say something like they did to the Prophet Muhammad when they said, Assalamu alaikum, which means, you know, may death be upon you. He controlled himself. He withheld his reaction and said the same to you. Do you guys see this, the beauty of learning Allah's names and attributes? Mashallah, I'm so proud of you guys today. We're going to stop right here for today. We're just going to do this one name today because we do have another class at 8 o'clock, Brother Muhammad's class. And I want to give you guys a break so y'all can come back here for Brother Muhammad's class. He's teaching the life of the Prophet Muhammad, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So I'm very proud of you. You did an excellent job. I'm going to close it out here. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka.